Life is full. And in our full life, it's important for us to have priorities. Yes? Absolutely. Absolutely. Our next and featured speaker coming to the stage, an award-winning Rafael Ayala, is a people development expert, coach, and author who was awarded Speaker of the Year by the Latin American Quality Institute. He's been twice nominated for an Emmy for his TV segment to increase Hispanics' life quality. He's a TEDx speaker who since 1994 has helped leaders from the front line to the C-suite executives increase team effectiveness in 16 countries, including Europe, Latin America, and the United States. Rafael and his wife, Gabriela, commute between Phoenix, Arizona, and Cholula, Mexico, here to help us with the bigger things, a free attitude. Rafael Ayala.
Thank you. Thank you. We all face changes, even if we don't want to. Life is a lot about facing adversity, challenges. Every time we set a goal, we are welcoming adversity because we are looking for some things that we hadn't achieved before. So for the last 25 years, I had been working and helping people. I founded a Free for the People Consulting Center in Mexico for families and persons in crisis, work with executives on how to face challenges in the better way, in the best way. And after many problems of other people, I have enough with myself, but I can take more. Anyway, I found out that there are two main positions on how people face adversity or challenges. And the one you take makes a whole difference. And I had called the two of them the slave attitude or the free person attitude. Let me explain this. A slave used to be a person that depended on the master, okay? So if the master will say to the slave, I need you to milk the cow at 4 a.m., he or she didn't have any choice. And I cannot imagine the slave saying to the master, oh, come on, 4 a.m.? That's too early. Even the cow is sleeping at the time, you know? And what a way to wake her up. Would you like yourself to be wake up like that? No, I don't think so. So, no, I cannot imagine a slave saying that, because a slave, his entire life, is going to depend on the master command. His action, his decisions, everything is going to be on the master's command. And some of us face changes like that and challenges and adversity. Looking a master to blame because of the circumstances. Because some other people's behavior doesn't align with my desires. So we choose to become a victim. Because that takes out all the responsibility. And I have someone to blame. I am miserable, but it's not for my fault. Oh, praise God. That's the feeling. And I saw that time and time again. And then also, we have the other alternative. People that assume responsibility about the things he or she was facing. That doesn't mean that they were responsible for everything that was happening, because there are a lot of things that are really out of our control. How other people behave, circumstances, weather. But they assume responsibility about how they decided to respond instead of reacting to the circumstances or to the problems. That's what I call free attitude. Knowing that we are free not to choose what's going to happen to us, what's going on, but we are free to decide how we're going to respond. Let me give you a story about that. Years ago, I was just arriving home. I heard a noise. I went to the kitchen, and I found out that there was a former new strawberry jelly jar all crashed on the floor. And one of my daughters, 6 or 7 years old at that time, right by it. And I told her, what happened? What do you think she told me? It fell. Really? It fell, Daddy? That's weird. It's the first suicide jelly jar that I had bought in my entire life. So, weren't you close to it, your elbow or your fingers or something, when this kamikaze jelly jar tried to kill itself? And you know, she was like getting upset and trying to laugh. And a beautiful feeling when it happens to somebody else, right? But I told her, so you were getting into the kitchen and the jelly jar was on the counter, right in the edge, in depression. Not even the bread want me to spread on it anymore. And it just jumped and killed itself. And you may say, Rafael, why making a big deal about a jelly jar? Because I was spending my entire professional life helping people take responsibility of their problems. And I was parenting this girl, a total failure myself, okay? So what are your jelly jars? Medical diagnosis? An issue with a relative? With a boss? With a peer? A money problem? What attitude are you taking? Blaming somebody else, circumstances, government, spouse, partner, God? Or are you taking responsibility on, okay, this is our reality. It's life. Well, how can I find which position I'm taking? The tool is our words. In our language, we can see if we are avoiding responsibility. It's not me. It's because of name who's guilty and you're naming your master. Or you can change your words. And when we change our words, we change our mindset, we change our perspective and the way we behave. Use questions with free attitude. Always taking you or the person you're helping on taking responsibility on what you can do now. What else can we do? Who can we ask for counseling or for help? Who has the experience before that I can ask him or ask her how to solve it? What can we do now to reduce the consequences of this problem? Or for this not happening again? What can I do? What else can I do? That will put us in the free attitude perspective. Going back to my little girl, I told her, well, we are not going to resurrect this jelly jar anymore. But what would you do different next time so this won't happen to you? Oh, Daddy, well, I shouldn't have hand lotion in my hands when trying to open it. Oh, so what are you going to do? Then I was the dumb one. Duh, I don't use hand lotion in my hands when trying to open it. Something marvelous just happened. Beautiful. The second she put herself as part of the problem, she started finding solutions, alternatives, learning. So I'm sure that we all will have challenges till the final day. Maybe that's a new one. I don't know. Haven't been there yet. But my desire for all of you is that you take your challenges from the free mindset perspective, not from the slave one. There is enough people to blame, but that will never solve our problems. This is not a moral issue. It's an effectiveness issue. A slave mindset give us peace because we don't have responsibility, but will never solve the problem. Free attitude mindset opens a huge door to increase the chances of solving our problems. And when we do that, we grow and we get bigger than our challenges. Thank you. Thank you.
Rafael.